Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ashley, and if you're not new here, I did change my channel name to Grow and Gather Homestead. It used to be Homesteading with Ashley, so I just want to let you know that it's still me, just a new name. My girls have been out enjoying the weather, eating some fresh grass as it comes up, and their grubs. They are just loving that it is getting warm again. The sun is out and shining. They're taking dirt baths. Just embracing the warm weather. They should start laying eggs again soon, now that the days are getting longer, and I'm hoping to add some meat birds to our flock this year. That would be pretty cool. Now I want to bring you inside and show you what we have growing in our grow room. I am so excited for this year's garden. I'm planting way more than I did last year, and we're going all out with the flowers and the vegetables. So I'm doing some soil blocking this year. This is a first for me this year. I'm actually really liking it. I think they look much better. I think they'll transplant much better into the garden. So what we have here is we have some zinnias, some cosmos. I have some pink cosmos and some dwarf white cosmos. I have some pink surprise calendula and a leafy romaine lettuce. And I also have some purple cabbage. Moving over to these guys, I've been slowly hardening them off. So I'm slowly getting them used to the outside weather, a few hours at a time. And I'm hoping for the end of next week they will be planted out in one of our gardens or both of our gardens. So I have some either Brussels or cabbage here. I didn't label a lot of my things and brassicas, they all really look alike when they first start growing. So I have some kale here. This is going to be mainly for my chickens, maybe some smoothies. I have another kale plant right here. I only have 2 of those. I do plan to plant some more. And then I have broccoli. This broccoli is doing pretty well. This one's a little bit smaller. That's okay. It just sprouted a little later than the rest. Overall, they're all doing great, and I'm excited to get these out in the garden, hoping for a good harvest of them. So these are my peppers. I also didn't label my peppers. I was banking on being able to tell the difference between these sweet peppers, the canary bell, and the jalapenos. Right now, they're still looking pretty similar. I think majority of them are canary bell. I believe this one's a canary bell. The canary bell sprouted before the jalapenos, and then when I was transplanting them, I kind of just mixed them all up. I have some broccoli rabe, and my basil here is not doing so hot. That's like the one thing that not really doing that good this year, but I can direct sow these if they don't turn out good. I did up pot them just yesterday, and I'm hoping that they do better in their bigger pots now. I have leeks here, and I have a Brussels sprout here that's probably going to get pulled, a spinach, and a broccoli rabe that I'm not sure if I'm keeping yet either. Overall, I'm satisfied, and these guys will be out in the garden before we know it. I got this little spray bottle here that I'm misting my seedlings with, so I'm not drowning them with water, just pouring water on top of them, and it's working out pretty good this year. I've also been keeping a fan on my plants, and so far I have no algae or mold growth, and that is a huge plus for healthy plants. I am no professional, but I've been learning more and more every year, and this year my seedlings are looking better than ever. Right here I have some thyme, and these have such beautiful like purple underneath their leaves. I don't know if you can see it too good. I'm going to try to get it here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to have the purpling underneath their leaves. It could be a nutrition deficiency, but I think that looks absolutely stunning. I have been fertilizing these guys once a week with some Fox Farms fertilizer. I have some celery back there and 1 spinach plant, chamomile, 3 chamomile plants right here. They're looking pretty good. I need to up pot them. Most of these need to be up potted. I have some pink surprise calendula. I have a broccoli, a pepper, and a tomato for my mom that I'm growing. I have 14 Roma tomatoes right here and some soil blocks. Now these tomatoes will likely need to be up potted soon when they get a little bit bigger and their roots start to show. I have 2 Dr. Witchy's tomatoes. I want to try those out for the first time this year. I have 4 blocks of hot wax peppers, 8 blocks of bunching onions, and 4 blocks of loofahs. I had a really good loofah year last year. I grew plenty to use for my dishes and everything. I still have a ton left, and I'm really loving them to wash my dishes with, even using them as shower sponges, and I might even make some bars of soap and put them in there as well. So now moving on, this is a hydroponic garden. This thing has just been kicking out. Right now I'm going to be harvesting some spinach. It's actually a bread bag, and I have my little kid scissors and my daughter's scissors I'm just borrowing. I like to use them to harvest my spinach because they're just a nice small little pair of scissors to harvest these little leaves. And this is a baby spinach variety. It's so dark, so green, so lush. These things have been producing like crazy. We've been eating fresh like crazy. My kids have just been calling them dino leaves and just eating them pretty much every day. And I'm not going to stop them, okay? They want to eat their spinach, they can eat as much as they want. I've also been able to bag this up like I am now and put this in the fridge, and if it doesn't get fully eaten, then I've been blanching it and freezing it. As I'm sure you all know, when you blanch and freeze spinach, or when you cook spinach, it cooks down to pretty much nothing. That's what it looks like. But I know it's still very nutrient dense, and I'm going to be able to use those in future meals. So I'm very, very excited about that. I have not had much luck growing spinach in the past in the garden. It just always goes to seed right away on me. And I love spinach. Spinach is one of my favorite things, but it's on the dirty dozen, and I guess it's like very heavily sprayed with pesticides. So I'd rather just grow it myself if I can, and I haven't been purchasing it from the store. So now I'm very happy that I can have as much spinach as I like and my family likes without having to purchase it from the store, which makes this hydroponic garden 100% worth it because now I can finally grow the spinach that I love to grow. I also have some lettuce growing in here that I'm very excited about. It's looking so beautiful. This is making me want to expand and grow another hydroponic garden as well because we can have fresh veggies all year long, and I might even think about throwing a mini tomato plant in there because why not? Why not just test it out? If you have any other ideas of what would grow great in this hydroponic garden, let me know because I'm willing to expand. I have a few more spots to put stuff in, plus I will be rotating what is in here once my spinach starts to dwindle down, as I'm sure it will over time. I have harvested from this so many times. I've been harvesting it once a week and getting a big bag like I am today every single week. And then my kids are picking fresh as they want it as well. So soon I'm sure those will die out, and I'll be looking to put something else in here. I have been staying on top of fertilizing this. Every 2 weeks seems to be the sweet spot here for fertilizing. Now for my light for this, I was using one of my regular grow lights that I have on my other plants, my other seedlings, but it wasn't doing that great. It was doing all right, but it wasn't enough. So I have switched to a Spider Farmer light for this one. I'm not sponsored at all. I'm just letting you know what I'm using and what's working for me. So I also have some celery over here that's doing really good. These were just babies a couple weeks ago, and now they are getting pretty big. Still babies, but I can actually feel a little arch on them. They're starting to grow pretty good, and we are going to be harvesting celery very soon. The spinach will grow back really fast, and next week I will be harvesting again. I always cut it down pretty low and just leave the little babies to grow, and they'll be fully ready in a week. And then I have iceberg lettuce here, which is looking just lovely. I have 2 of these guys that I'm using for burgers and sandwiches and whatever we want it for. I envision these growing over the sides. I have these 3 that will grow over the sides, and this one here, and the next one over here is what we've been using for sandwiches. And that is all I have to show you today. Thank you for coming along, thank you for watching this, and may you have a blessed day.